Good. We are here. How are we? Are we good? Does anybody know what's in 4 weeks' time? Christmas. I can't believe you don't know. I thought you'd all have been like, Christmas. I've set him off now. Jude is like, really? Is it 4 weeks? It's 4 weeks, Jude. It's actually less than 4 weeks. It's 3 weeks and 6 days. So you can start counting. Look at that face. Loving it. Brilliant. In 4 weeks, it's going to be Christmas. Now, we, over the next few weeks, and after Christmas as well, are going to start thinking about Jesus, okay? And we are going to think especially about some of the names of Jesus. Now, can anybody tell me, when do we give somebody a name? Go on, Eliza. When they're born. Usually it's when they're born, when a baby is born. Well, let me tell you about Jesus. He was given names hundreds of years before he was born. He was given names hundreds of years, even when people didn't even know that this man, this baby, was going to be born. And he's got lots of names that were given to him in the Bible. So we call him Jesus, and we'll learn about that in a few weeks. But this morning we're going to learn about a new name and a new set of names that were given to us by a man called Isaiah. Does anybody know what Isaiah was? Let me tell you then, he told us things from God that were going to happen, not yet, but in the future. They were yet to happen. It begins with P. No, good guess. Promise, not promise. Close. Prophet. Well done, Mercy. He was a prophet. So God told Isaiah things that were going to happen, and Isaiah wrote them down to tell people this is what's going to happen. And hundreds of years before Jesus was born, Isaiah was given these words. And I'm going to tell you the first name that Isaiah gave us. He says, his name should be called Wonderful Counsellor. Can anybody tell me what the word, firstly, wonderful means? Good things, I like that. Yeah, good. Anything else? Go on. Still thinking? Shall I come back to you? Yeah. Anybody else? Amazing. That's a brilliant word. I had amazing written down. Lola, do you want to go now? Wonder. Yeah, okay. So we might wonder. Amaze at someone. Eliza, last one? Love you. That you love someone. Okay, interesting. Sort of. Well, let's think. The name Wonderful. Now, let me tell you. Have you ever walked into a toy shop and you've gone, wow, because there's amazing toys everywhere. Or a sweet shop and there's sweets and you go, wow. That is when you are full of wonder because it's wonderful. Now, Jesus was given this name, Wonderful. Now, let's think about this name, Wonderful. What's that a picture of?
Shooting stars.
Yeah, shooting stars. And lots of stars, isn't there? Now, can anybody tell me how many stars there are in that picture? How long have we got? 101,000, maybe. I don't know. There's tons. There's 2 shooting stars. There is a sky full of stars. And I wonder if you go outside at night and you look up, and the sky, when it's clear, is full of stars. They are wonderful. We can't count those stars. There's too many. Let me tell you, Jesus knows how many stars are in the sky. Not only that, he put them there. He flung them there in the first place. He is wonderful. What about this one? That's an interesting picture, isn't it? Now, what catches your eye on that picture? Go on.
Mabel.
A baby. But what? A Mabel. She thinks it's Mabel. It's not Mabel. Not that I'm aware of. What catches your eye? What looks funny? His hair. Look at all that hair. I don't think I've seen a baby with that much hair. Can you tell me how many hairs are on that boy's head? No? Why? There's too many. Do you know how many hairs are on your own head? We walk around with this hair. We can't count them. Some of the older people here might be able to count them, but you won't, okay? There's too many. But Jesus knows. He knows the number of hairs on our head. He knows everything about us. He is wonderful. He knows, he sees, he made everything. So that's wonderful. And the second one was Counselor. Now, that's not a word I don't think you'll know. It's definitely a long word. But a counsellor is somebody we ask for help. When we don't know the answers, we ask someone for their counsel. So if you're not sure about something in school, who do you ask? The teacher. Or if you're at home and you're doing something and you can't work it out, who do you ask? Your granddad, okay, who else? Your mum or your dad. You ask the people that you know, don't you? And they help you, because we don't have the answers. But let me tell you a secret. Do you think our mums and dads or our teachers and friends always have the answer to every question we'll have? No. Do you know they won't? Sometimes they might get the answer wrong, and they definitely don't know everything. But Jesus is a wonderful counselor. He is wise. That means he's super, super clever. He knows everything. And when we go to Jesus and we ask him, he's never far away. He never says, I don't know the answer. He knows it all. We can ask him any question, and he will know what the answer is. So Jesus, remember now this morning, he is wonderful. But more than that, he's a wonderful counselor. Can you say those two words? What's the name? Wonderful counselor. Brilliant.